two champions who went ahead and can disrupt anything that Fnatic want to do, especially with champions that are on their lineup. Jax and Hecarim are certainly on the short list. So if Excel can leverage some of the advantages that they've built here, they can stop this snowball from Fnatic.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's not the end of the world for Excel. Lots of resources onto the side of Dan, Kreis, and Chocolate. The top side is very, very strong. The gold difference only is 1,000 now. And look at the item on Kreis. The Blade of the Rune King, so he should really hard win this lane if it's in isolation. And that's the thing with this Jax pick. He wins in isolation. So if Fnatic can unlock the game and play around these dragons and force Kreis to group up, then it becomes a lot harder for Excel to find their win condition and find their fights, because they don't want to run into this upset on Samira with Niski behind him, with Selfmade behind him, with Hylissang and Whippo on the front line. So Excel needs to play this game as smart as they did on the first time around, but the item spikes are coming in.
Certainly do, and we'll see if Whippo can start to recoup some of the gold loss that he has here. Last time we saw him play the Volibear, you mentioned it already. He was leaping into the back line, one-shotting Reckless. This time around, he's going to be on a little bit more of a budget. Maybe not going to have as much impact as he once did. Going to have to try to find smart engages or big flanks to limit what Excel can do. But now we see Dan ready to collapse on the top side to help keep Kreis isolated in this 1v1, to try to help him further push his advantage. Currently about 15 CS up over Whippo, as well as the Blade of the Rune King.
And that's the thing. What can Dan do if he was bot side right now? He can't defend his bot lane, he can't contest the vision, they lose 3v3. Let's go top side. Not only can I keep this Jax in isolation, like you said, but I can also take away Selfmade's top lane camps. Dan, one level up. Might be a bit of contest on his red buff. It's going to be a smite fight. Dan does win it out, and Dan on these smite fights has been looking clean on the dragons, clean on the heralds. Picking up all of these smites, making sure he secures those objectives. So you can see Fnatic wants to snowball this game. Being bot side doesn't do anything. We can't hit the tier 2. I want more plays. Let's get upset mid. Niski can just drop some farm. Doesn't matter. He's a support. Anyway, let's group it up. Dragons up in 3 minutes. Try and control bot side river and just stay away from Jax and just try to force fights.
Now I'm going to try to take the red buff as well, see if they want to donate that one over to Selfmade, but it looks like Upset is now set to take it, as Whippo's not trading very positively here in the top side. Canceled his own auto on the stun, looks like, or did the, I guess that was just a dodge coming through. Hylissang now looking for an engagement, taking a lot of damage. Back in response. Healing coming in. Keep in mind, Moonstone Renewal already finished for Niski, so pretty easy to heal up that damage.
Yeah, top matchup. Whippo had the ult away. We didn't see it on the screen, but he actually had to use his ult to survive. And Kreis might look for the kill here. He can use the E. Whippo goes for the shield to preemptively think that Kreis might go for this play, but Kreis might go for it anyway. The shield's gonna fall off. He's coming in.
The damage coming down. He leaves out safety. Flash coming in for Whippo. Dan on the way in, but the TP responded by Niski, getting his top laner alive.
Kreis gets away. This thing with the Jax is very slippery. On the burst, so Kreis takes down Whippo there, and Kreis we've been highlighting a lot in these last few weeks as one of their shining lights for Excel. I think last year, as well as we see Dan engage onto Niski, he had to flash, does get fitted, but like I was saying, Kreis, one of the standout players for me in Excel. You can see the stats from last year compared to this year when I played him on summer 20, now 21 in spring. He's popping off, man. He's having such good games, Camille games, things like this, Choga, GP, Reddington. He's got a bigger chance. He's been playing a lot better, so he is again the key for Excel in this game. He needs to get the side lanes pushed out. He needs to take advantage of this game, because I think Fnatic have a lot of magic damage, like I said. So if Kreis can build some MR, the only person who can deal with him is Upset. If Upset's on the side lane, it means Excel can start to get those objectives.
In the past, when we looked at Kreis, it was because he was playing with Vladimir and the KO, because we had to look at him in the late game. Now we look at him because he is performing, he is stepping up even in these side lane scaling matchups, and see what he can do with more and more items under his belt. Whippo going to be a bit more comfortable in these trades. He's just mass spamming ability haste at this point just to get those cooldowns as low as possible, but this is not the powerhouse Volibear we saw last time Whippo played.
Yeah, look at the adaptation from Fnatic. Okay, Whippo's losing the 1v1. What do? We send 3 members into Kreis. You want to treat it like a Shen, right? Instead of playing against the Shen, against the ulti, play into him, put your laners into the Shen, push him on the tower and negate the amount of effect he can have. So denying Kreis a few waves there, Whippo is going to be able to catch the bot waves because Excel's bot lane is very weak, whereas Fnatic can try and use their strong members to negate the strong member of Excel. Trying to snowball the game like that, but they are going to back off mid. Towards mid. I think the quiet member of Excel this whole game is going to Chocolate. He's going to be the wave clear for Excel that they need while Patrick recovers and Kreis pushes advantages. Chocolate's going to be the rock to scale into the late game, where if he gets a good ultimate, he can turn the entire fight.
Yeah, and even just giving a Jax extra resistance as shields is a worthwhile cause. Most certainly, but we'll keep our eyes on Chocolate as he does now TP back to the mid lane.
Yeah, I wonder if the Dragon's going really soon. 30 seconds on the Dragon. Excel want to get this mid push. Now I would expect him to trade for something, because I think fighting Dragon might be hard, but look at the damage come out of the Kreis. He has fully stacked Conqueror against Whippo to half HP in one combo, but Excel moving to Spot River. Whippo doesn't have TP for around 30 seconds to a minute, so Excel could contest this Dragon. 2 dragons on the side of Fnatic. giving this third Infernal means you have to fight the fourth. So Whippo's going to move down. Look at the minimap. He's shifting down, dropping top wave. Cries is answering. This might be dangerous for Excel, but if they can get a good fight, they can turn the whole game.
Level 11 Oriana, 2 points of Shockwave. She's going to pull self-made back. That's only a single target for Shockwave. Definitely not ideal. Whippo first on the rotation. Cries is right behind him. He has to be careful. Relatively squishy, all things considered at this point in the game. Hillsang waiting in the front. That's the engagement waiting for Dan. They disrupted the fight, but now Hillsang manages to get the two-man knockout. Cries coming into the backside. Upset trying to work with what space he has, but he has to be careful about stepping forward. Looking for the S rank. He's going to get one. Last auto now comes in. No chance to use the ultimate quite yet. It's available now. Style rank going to tick down. A close exchange. Dan taken out in exchange for Niski. Overall, sets up Fnatic okay for the Dragon if they want to take it, but it's still tense.
Made for jungle. Good trade, I think, for the side of Fnatic because they have their jungler up, they have the smite advantage, they have their river control from before. So Fnatic moving into this Dragon. XL, what tools they have? They don't have any ultimates up. They only have Chocolatte's flash, whereas Selfmade does have the flash. Whippo has the ult. Hillsang has the flash. They can turn this fight whenever they want. Tori's trying to interrupt Hillsang. He has no ultimate. He's looking for the engage because Fnatic are just taking damage from the drink. They're getting poked out. They have to find the engage, or they're going to have to give this up.
So they're going to have to back off. We'll go incredibly low. Hillsang going to move back in, no Chocolate. Instantly Upset's popping off. He's using the ultimate, but Cries is going to start blocking the shots. He's going to turn. He's going to try to one-shot it. Whippo beats it, but he doesn't hit anybody. The storm now coming down. Dan in the midst of everyone. Selfmade trying to buy as much time as he can. Whippo almost going to fall. The flash forward. Patrick going to finish it off. The shutdown Excel. Turning the fight in an instant. Fnatic, we're not ready for that one, but here comes Niski. Niski desperate to try to turn it. Upset. Just a few grades away. That's a B. He's looking for an A. He's looking for an S. He's looking for an ulti, but it doesn't look like he can find it quite yet. Excel backing off. Mana bar's low, HP bar's low. They know they cannot continue to extend this fight. Neither side will get the Infernal Drake.
This game is on a knife's edge, Drake. The gold's pretty much even, and XL are finding good fights. They're playing the fights patiently, and they're waiting for Fnatic to overextend. Hillsang tries to get the engage. He gets taken down. Now it's a sprint back to the Dragon. Cries has the TP, but Chocolate doesn't. I think XL are just going to be way too late to get back to this Dragon, but Selfmade also has to come out of the base. Look at them all just sprinting towards this Drake. They have vision on it, so they know if Fnatic have started up, and they haven't. So XL might be able to get there in time. Cries has the TP too, but Fnatic starting this one up. I think Whippo might have to TP into this fight. The ultimates are up, Drake. We're holding ultimates inside Fnatic going Whippo and XL have all their ultimates coming up very, very soon. So this might be another 5v5 straight from the bat. Upset, no sums, hasn't based either.
Tori in the pit, 2.4k getting
There's the TP.
Jax doesn't need to TP into the fight. There's Dan. The everything is you managed to get it, but Whippo now into the backline immediately. The Kaiser's now in trouble. She tries to leave out of safety, but it's through Shockwave into the cast. That's a wombo combo, but here comes Upset. Looking to turn the fight on its head. Cries he desperately wants to get something done, but it's all four members of Fnatic focusing down. There's Jackson again. Ultimate after ultimate. Upset makes his mark on the team fight.
Fnatic win the smite, they win the fight. Such good turn from Fnatic. Cries was trying to join the fight from the bot side, but Fnatic chose one direction and they went straight to that direction, running down XL, getting the Dragon. That's huge for the side of Fnatic. Team fight composition, gold lead. They have the third Dragon going towards the 4 minutes now, so Fnatic not taking their foot off the gas, making sure they keep fighting for these objectives. They don't want to drop the ball, but they want to give XL time to breathe by denying these Drakes. And just watch this fight again. Look at Cries. He doesn't TP in, he's trying to run to the bot side because Dan goes for the 50-50. If he wins this, XL can just run away, but the fact that he loses it means that XL have to fight and Dan has to use his ultimate defensively. And look at Cries on the bot side of the map. Watch the Shockwave able to join the Shockwave into the knockback, essentially a 4-man wombo combo. But because Cries is late and XL have no front line, it's so hard for Chocolate and Patrick. Look at them, they can't get anything. And Cries does join the fight. But in the end, XL just get chased down because they think they have some sort of positioning to deal with this team fight, deal with the front line of Fnatic. It was just way too late in the fight.
2 ultimates coming out of Samir there, you can see. Still, the 4-man Shockwave, so much damage from Chocolate. The downside, Tori's not an AP Gragas, he's level 8. There was not enough damage to finish a target. Dan was already down, as now we see Cries coming in for Whippo, which is Whippo want to try to go for the Zolt here. He has the Trinity Force. Big healing coming in, but he needs another W. He leaps out, Cries now trying to leave to safety. TP on in, but no, Whippo goes down. Like a bit of frustration there for Whippo, trying to hard force the play. Cries will walk away, and they have to give up the TP from Niski. Overall, a positive trade to XL.
Yeah, all of Fnatic moved down, so Patrick's left alone on this top side. He should be able to catch the waves, and you have to question Whippo's decision making here. Did he think his team was closer? Did he think the TP would come in earlier? I mean, Cries played that perfectly, jumping away from the ultimate of Whippo and re-engaging it with Dan when he was there and then running away. So, quick and easy kill for the side of XL. Isn't enough to turn the game because Fnatic will get this mid tower in the end, but Patrick slowly farming up. He had a bad early game, but now he's recovered. Same level as Upset, has 2 kills, has almost 2 items. We see this again. You have to question what Whippo does here because he thinks he can get the stun and he'll win the trade. So I think Cries, watch the damage coming out of Cries here through the Whippo shield. 1, 2, back to HP, and then watch the ultimate with Whippo. Cries instantly jumps out the way of it.
Cries could have finished that on his own, but of course, Volibear W ton of damage. So have to respect the potential for Volibear. could turn a fight. Yeah, but healing as well.
So you have to ask, if Whippo got that flash W off, would he have survived long enough for his team to save him? But in the end, XL get a kill, they get a TP, and Patrick still up on this top lane, farming up, isolated on the top side of the map, trying to funnel resources into it, because XL, although this Jax is win condition on side lane, Orianna and Kai'Sa scale into the late game so well with a Hector front line, compared to this Fnatic comp who are all relying on upset.
Yeah, and we look across the board on the Fnatic side, you see upset, 4-1-5, huge performance from this man. Obviously trying to make a name for himself here on Fnatic. It was an incredibly rough year on Origin. Ever since that shot in the second place, it feels like Upset has never been able to climb back to those same heights, but now maybe this year it will be a different story.
Behind Cries here, Hylissang smells something. He puts some wards down for Whippo. Whippo, smart enough to just go for the growth, doesn't want to fall into the trap that XL set up, but look at Check on the top side. He's going to pick up the top tier 1. He's been quietly farming up, and although Niski's been dropping a lot of gold and not XP, so you can see he might be the same level as Chekolad. It's actually down 50 CS compared to Chekolad, so this Orianna is scaling up quite quickly. And you can see XL have 2 pushing side lanes, so Fnatic are running around the map trying to deal with it, trying to get some vision, trying to get Upset and Hylissang from mid lane to unlock their side laners, because they're both struggling. So they're scaling quite strong here.
And on the one hand, Fnatic certainly played that last team fight pretty well, but getting hit 4 members by a shockwave is not a mistake you can afford to make against a level 14 Orianna.
Chekolad might be caught out here. I think Hylissang just wants to try and find him under the tower. Something Hylissang on the back.
Coming in. Chekolad in trouble. This should just be it. Chekolad gonna back off. Shockwave comes in, but not nearly enough. That's your shutdown.
700 gold shutdown, but the story remains from the first game early in the day. Patrick pushing in mid, Cries pushing in bot. Yes, Fnatic pick up a shutdown, but what can XL get in return? 30 seconds on this Dragon Dracos. Chekolad used the ult, Selfmade used the ult. So 2 ultimates down for this Dragon in 30 seconds. It's Infernal Soul for the side of Fnatic. XL have control, they have the mid push, and they have the TP on Chekolad. So this team fight is going to decide the game.
To get this Infernal Soul, there's just about no way for XL. XL just need to get this Dragon.
Selfmade might get caught here. Tori gets the knockback.
He has the Zhonya's, so he can buy a bit more time, but the charm decided to by Patrick. Selfmade now sends the ball with a perfect flash, buries him out of safety. Meanwhile, on the backside, Upset, he's looking for the edge rank, and he gets it. He's going to start cutting through the entire XL lineup. A single fumble from XL turns this fight in the favor of Fnatic. Upset back to it. Cries flashing over the wall, but here comes the Polar Bear. Here comes the vengeance for Whippo. Fnatic are set to take Infernal Soul.
Yeah, Chekolad teaming into the top side. What can he get? He's only going to get a top wave. Fnatic get the Infernal Soul. And you have to ask, are they going to turn towards the Baron here as well? Chekolad and Patrick are looking for some kind of pick. They're going to hide in the bushes to try and catch out Fnatic, because they think if they run towards this Baron, they can start it up. So look at Patrick and Chekolad. They have to find some kind of engage. Chekolad has the ultimate. Patrick has the ult as well to follow. So who's going to face check the Basha? They're going to be able to pick anyone off before this Baron starts.
Staying on this flank
on the side. Don't know where they are.
Boston, this is done. They can try to one-shot him, but he can just ult. Nope, no ult available. Means they do take him down. Maybe they can get him hit.
Fnatic have to stop the Baron. All of XL are on the way. They have to turn on the Chekolad. Who has no flash. Good shockwave though.
Chekolad can flash for safety. Trading a lot for now. Something does so much damage, but maybe they can pop shut down for Patrick. That's the Joker gone. XL! Still the Infernal Soul, but they're holding on to hope for now.
It's 2 kills. Jungler 40 seconds now. XL, you're against the clock. They have Infernal Soul. You have to get this Baron. You can see them starting it up. Upset staying around. Niski and Whippo have TP if they want to base. Whippo's basic has a TP up as well. So this is going to be a 3v4. Chekolad's on the way. It will be a 3v5, but can Fnatic pull the trigger? Can Upset get an S-rank to jump in the backline? If Tori goes in,
Upset in trouble. Blocks as many projectiles as he can, but that's the damage gone. Cries into the middle. Cries with a massive stun. Whippo just getting absolutely shredded. He can stun set the ultimate coming in. Upset the shutdown. Tori Upset, are you kidding me? Double kill coming through. Whippo grabs one. Fnatic again finds the fight.
Upset cleans house with the S-rank. He gets interrupted, but that does not stop him from picking up 3 members of XL. So now, XL, can Fnatic start the Baron again? You have to question. 30 seconds on XL. Niski has the TP. Chekolad no flash. They're going to flash him as well.
Big in, headbutt, pulverized. Chekolad, oh, just devoured by Fnatic.
This Samira is way too strong for XL to be able to fight the Infernal Soul. 8 kills, 700 gold shutdown onto Upset, and now Fnatic are going to get the Baron. Look at the gold difference between the pairs. 3,000 gold lead for Upset alone, and there's only a 3,000 and 3,500 gold lead for Fnatic themselves. So Upset definitely stepping up, proving a point from the laning phase of Hylissang.
Look back at this one, and I gotta say, really clever from XL. Definitely playing with fire, but seeing an opportunity and taking it.
Yeah, definitely picking up Hylissang was super important, because you can see Torin down on your minimap running on the way, and this flash from Chekolad after the Drowsy gets the ultimate to slow down the engagement. Just about flashes the combo from Selfmade, and then Patrick picks up Selfmade. TP's come in, and you question here, well, now XL have the advantage. Can they start up the Baron? Fnatic back off, but it's a different tale when they start Baron Dracos.
And of course, they're very split at this point. And Upset is always the man that you need to keep your eyes on in this Fnatic composition. He has the damage.
Look how much time Whippo buys with the flash stun. 4 members of XL turn onto him, and Upset QSS the stun. He pulls out the S rank. Yes, he gets interrupted, but it's a 2v1. Upset versus Patrick and Torre. He wins the 2v1. He cleans up. He gets Cries, and then Fnatic get the Baron off the back of this play. Chocolate dies later on, and now Fnatic, 4,500 gold lead. They have the Baron. Super XP leads for the jungle, for the mid lane, all of these things, and super huge gold lead for the carries especially.
I mean, it's Baron and Soul. And let's look at how this happened. This is all-out aggression from Hylissang in the early game. Backed up by Upset, absolutely dominating the bot lane match. Yes, Excel punished them. Yes, Excel found a small advantage from Cries from top lane. They wanted to snowball more, but Cries hasn't been able to use these advantages in these team fights. Fnatic is forcing, and they have made good on their early game advantages because Upset looks unstoppable.
Yeah, this gold lead's going to grow for Fnatic. Tier 2s, Tier 1s, spawning so much gold on the map for them to pick up with these Baron minion waves. Patrick pushing out bot, trying to buy time on that bot wave, trying to stop Fnatic from being able to play on 3 lanes. Now they can only play on 2. Tier 1 top down, Tier 2 top down. The only thing left for them is mid Tier 2. All this bot, it is top Tier 3 where Hylissang might look for a dive.
Ready to go in.
Cast comes out.
Knockback's there, but Hylissang acts that, but he's just going to get just about one shot. Upset doesn't even have the S rank quite yet. Whippo leaps in and disables the tower. That's charge going through the entire team. Upset now ready to go. Keep your eyes on the A rank, waiting on the S, but Upset instead setting his sights on the objective, setting his sights on that inhibitor. Fnatic barreling into the base. Patrick already dead. Fnatic maybe could just end it here.
Can Fnatic go for more? This Samira Upset has so much support behind him. He can essentially play frontline with the amount of shields and heals he's getting from Niski and Selfmade, staying around to buy time. He could look for a flash Q to get the ultimate, but Fnatic aren't done here. Dracos, they might look for more. Whippo doesn't have the ult to disable the towers, but XL don't have too much wave clear. Chocolatte's low on mana, he might have to regen. Fnatic Selfmade goes in.
That's a 3-man sleep. They don't even need the follow, they don't even need anything. Upset just walking into the base, Fnatic just barreling down. Fnatic are not here to mess around. It's 28 minutes, and Fnatic are ready to end the game. Cries leaps in, that's the double stun. Chocolat, no way to follow up. He needs that shockwave. He needs Patrick alive. But XL will hold on for now.
Patrick just respawned, and Fnatic are they're out of gas. Dracos are out of petrol. They need to go back to base, wait for ultimate cooldown, spend their gold, take away the jungle from the side of XL when the game was almost over there with that speed was. Just won't wait much time. The dive coming in again. You think, well, this is a dive, but it's not again because Bodygraph is the same power. So as soon as this cast comes in and the Oriana ball is looking for an ultimate, yes, Dan tries to get engaged, but the thing is, Fnatic can re-engage. So now XL don't have an engage. Whippo jumps in, Hylissang jumps in too, and this is what we expect from the draft. Upset's hitting from the backline next to Niski, and these 2 big body blockers are in the way.
Fnatic. Oh god, they're just the juggernaut. They just can't be stopped in these plays. And if you're XL, you're hoping you have the combo. You have Dan's ultimate, you have Chocolatte's ultimate, you have Torre's ultimate. You can buy yourself space to kick these fights off, but one more mistake and this game is just over.
Well, 40 seconds on the Elder. XL have control. There is a world where XL didn't fight for picture. The game turns on its head, but Fnatic, Infernal Soul, this Kai says legendary, essentially 4 items. Samira level 50, so far ahead of Patrick, who always had 3 items. So Fnatic TPing in, trying to contest his midway. Chocolate has the flash if there's an engage, but XL need to play with the vision and try and find some sort of engage. Upset has flash coming up soon. Niski has flash too, but can they find a pick?
Fnatic can lose paycheck. They can just march down mid with the creep wave, but it's only 1 creep right now. They have to be careful.
Yeah. Fnatic playing smart. They're pushing mid, so that when XL goes slightly towards their red entrance to try and defend it, they run into the river. So now Fnatic with the control, with the Infernal Sword. Fnatic get this, he'll Elder Dragon. The game's essentially over. There's a top wave pushing in. Whippo has TP, but so does Cry, so he can match that. Now Fnatic want to play it slow. They want to be patient. There's only 1 Nexus Tower alive, so those minions are going to do so much damage. Chocolate goes to base. He has the teleport in case the Cry breaks out. Fnatic set up. Hylissang looking for some kind of engage. There's like a ball right now, Dracos. There's a 4-man stack. Hylissang fails the engage, and Cry's on the side.
Space, just a head up for Cry's just going to one-shot Torre before the fight even starts. The TP now coming in. He's managed to clear the way. Tower incredibly low in the mid lane. Next wave comes in and quickly about the objective. They know if they find the kills here, they can't just end getting lower. Steal this. Yeah, throws all that. That's the shockwave. Upset potentially in trouble, but no. He blocks all of the shots. Upset still alive. Patrick finishing the job, but it's too little. It's too late. Yes, he gets the kill, but at what cost? Fnatic now poised to end the game as Selfmade just runs at Chocolat at the speed of light. Maybe he can get out, maybe they can hold the base, but this is a difficult hold from side of XL.
Yeah, Torre just respawns for Chocolat, can get back to base, but it's Elder Dragon once it goes down. That might be the nail in the coffin for the side of XL. I think Elder Dragon on the side of Fnatic is going to be huge. The only problem is that Upset won't get this buff, which is the biggest damage for Fnatic. But regardless, that's a 4-member Elder Dragon, and the Baron is spawning so soon.
Even more gold into the pocket. Gold leads 7k in their favor. They still have Infernal on top of that.
And look at that Nexus Tower, Dracos. Almost died. It was about 20% HP by looks at the minimaps 3 getting now, but the minions were doing so much work. So good base by Chocolate to clear out the wave. Decided to TP it, but Tori was the one who got caught from Guinness. So just 7,000 roll down, Infernal Soul. And all the Dragon now, Baron spawning. CXL trying to push out as many waves they try to see as much as they can now with big number. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to contest this.
Ja,
ik
weet niet wat jij wil.
On the bot side.
Take a deep breath here for a moment. It is a tense game, and it feels all but set in the favor of Fnatic. Maybe there's a miracle, maybe there's a way. Baron going down, it looks like uncontested. It feels like Excel knows that their final fight will be in their base and not out here on the Rift.
Excel trying to push in the sideways. Illesang has the Elder Dragon. He might solo kill Patrick here.
Running in, good damage, forcing the ultimate out already.
Yeah, Illesang didn't have the Ignite. He was looking for the stun, and he didn't get the Ignite. He needed as well to kill Patrick, but Patrick has the cleanse. Use the ult and Excel trade the Elder Dragon and the Baron for bot tier 2. Really do much about so. The XP on the map, you can see Selfmade so far ahead, Brooklyn so far ahead, Upset. That's
Upset is 8-2.
Wait, Selfmade has a Guardian?
And Selfmade is the highest on the he's beaming, but maybe it is actually just insane at this point. They can't one-shot him, and he just does so much damage. That's the charm, but no one is there to extend the range.
I like it, Selfmade, sure.
He's just got a lot of armor. There is a lot of AD on the enemy team, to be fair. It's triple AD.
I mean, he is a support as well for the side of Upset, even though he's the highest level of the game. So Banshee, Zonia's, GA, he's buying a lot of time triggers.
Most certainly is.
No.
One-shot from his fights, it's not going to work out for him, especially when the Drowsy comes off cooldown, although it is pretty far away, as is Niski's ultimate. That said, still a lot of members buffed up by this Elder Dragon.
Excel backs against the wall here. They have to try and find some engage with both.
Flash in from Selfmade just to get things kicked off. The shockwave goes wide, and that should just about do it. Dan tries to get the fight started, but Upset still doing fine on the back side. The GA comes in, it's going to keep him alive. Upset's still living, and that's going to end it for Fnatic. There's a little bit of hope left for Excel there in the final moment. When the shockwave whiffs, that is it. Fnatic coming out on top.
33 minutes in game 2. Fnatic just clean play overall. Bot lane absolutely smirking from the side of Fnatic, carrying the game essentially for them. And lots of supportive tools around them. Selfmade, Niski, and Whippo doing their jobs around Upset. And huge win from the side of Fnatic.
And it has to feel good. Right? And of course it has to feel twice as bad for Excel as much as it feels twice as good for Fnatic. But after playing that first game, forced to remake, hours later, still being able to come out on top, even more dominant than the first game that we saw, is a good look for Fnatic. And while Whippo struggled on the top side of the map, it was absolute dominance. From
carnage.
Literally from level 1 in that bot lane. 1 second off being the actual earliest first blood in LEC. Totally crazy.
It was nutty.
Key player of the game though, at LEC on Twitter, Selfmade, Upset, or Hillisang. You guys can choose.
Selfmade had a GA. He was a bit quiet this game, but he was farming up the Storm highest XP, but Upset did his thing. Hilly with the engages, Upset with the pop-up and fights. Pick your poison.
But don't go anywhere, because in a few minutes, me and Cadril are going to look back at the day in the LEC post-game lobby. You want more? You get more. We're running this ship. We're going to do it.
Systems are overloading. We can't risk another game.
We need to take a break. Regroup.
We're starting to lose our mind. Captain, we cannot go back to below health. Last time it took us months to get out.
Initiate break protocol.
Hurry up! Yes! Yes! We did it! We did it!
It's all smoke. Patience. Tricky, aren't you? Double kill. Double kill. you.